Welcome back to Untrained Experts, episode 18. What's going on, bro?
Nah, not a lot, man.
Not a whole lot. Been a while since we've been on the pod, y'all. We've had a lot of technical difficulties, but we got it all together now, so
yeah, for sure.
We are ready to go. Talk about some MMA.
Yeah, tried to change our little setup here, and the new one, it works better and the audio sounds better, but it's giving us a lot of issues with the audio, like latency issues, and our headphones aren't working right.
Playback, everything.
Yeah, it's all kind of still screwed up, but at least we're trying to get one out.
Yeah,
because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's super weird, and we're sorry for anybody out there that listens to us and that we haven't been getting content out, but we're gonna be back on it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I finished Stranger Things.
Finally.
I finally finished it.
What'd you think?
So good, bro.
Best episode? Best season yet?
Yes.
I think so too.
Dude, the last 2 episodes are insane.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I mean, what you think about Hopper?
Spoiler warning for Stranger Things season 3.
Yeah, good thing I didn't spoil anything.
Yeah,
right?
just so we don't have anybody mad at us.
Yeah, because I mean, there's people definitely still watching it. My brother's just now about to finish it, so I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think Hopper's dead.
I don't think Hopper's dead at all.
Yeah. I thought so at first, and I was kind of bummed out when I first watched the episode.
Yeah, dude, I was sad. I wanted to cry.
I was like, man, this sucks, dude. Like, he's one of my favorite characters, and he was a badass in season 3.
Dude, he put on a clinic. I mean, he really did. His acting was on point in this season, like better than I've ever seen it.
Yeah, he was killing it. And then the shit blows up, and I'm like, damn, he's gone. And then, like, if you watch all the way, I think it was after the credits, they go to the Russians. They go somewhere in Russia, and like it's just like prison, and they have a demi-dog, or it might have been a demogorgon. I couldn't tell. It was crawling at first, then it stood up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
they let that guy in there with it.
Yeah, yeah. And then
like when sacrificing him or something.
When he was going to get the guy, he was like, no, not the American. And then he went to the next cell and got this dude out. And I think the American is Hopper.
Yeah, they got Hopper. They somehow got Hopper hostage. Maybe.
Yeah. I think he survived the blast. I think he got.
Well, dude,
because there's all those rooms in that little bottom area where he was at.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I saw a picture online, on Twitter, I think it was, and somebody pointed out, and like up the brightness on one part of that part wherever he goes missing, and there's like ladders. So it looks like there was places where he could have crawled down to get underground.
Either that or just gotten inside one of those little doors in that area down there. Because if you remember when the kids came in, they came in through some like double doors.
Yeah. When
they first came into that area.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of underground.
Yeah, I think he made it out of there and survived the blast, and then they found him and took him hostage, or maybe he was unconscious when they found him, or whatever.
I hope so, man.
He needs to be in episode or season 4. And I just saw some pictures the other day. I don't know how legit this is, but I think season 4 is going to be in Rome. Because there were some pictures on something. Somebody shared them or whatever. And it was a truck in Rome that had Hopper's Blazer, had Joyce's little Gremlin or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I forget what she drives, but Pinto or something. It had that and Hopper's Blazer on like an 18-wheeler.
Really?
Somewhere in Rome.
Yeah,
so I think they might be recording somewhere over there.
That's going to be cool.
It may not be based there, but maybe they're doing like some of the scenes, they're going to set up a town or something there. You know, sometimes it's cheaper to film in places like that, or they get some kind of like rebates or discounts because they're coming to film there.
What I'm confused on is like, I thought that monster they killed was supposed to be like the end of it. You know, I guess they think that obviously too. Yeah. But it's like apparently there's more. That's what I'm confused on. I'm like, where did all these monsters come from? Yeah. Or did the Russians just happen to capture one?
I mean, well, see if you remember at the end of season 2 when 11 closed the gate or whatever. You know, she was destroying the mind flayer, but part of it was still inside a wheel, and the part that came out of wheel is what we saw in this season.
Yeah, the big monster.
So I'm thinking in Russia they opened the gate back up on that end, because at the beginning of season 3 when they're trying to open that gate, that's in Russia, and he says later on in the season that they tried there and it wasn't working, so they came to Hawkins where it was open before and they were trying to open it in Hawkins.
Dude, you're right. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I think that they've either got it open in Russia, Somehow that's how they got that Demodog. Or
there's so many places they can go with the next season, though. You know what I mean? Like there's just, I mean, they can be so creative with the show, and that's what's so good about Stranger Things. Is, I mean, honestly, that's what's keeping Netflix afloat right now. That one show is keeping Netflix afloat.
I wish it didn't.
They're about to lose The Office. They're about to lose all these shows in 2020, I think, or 2021, something like that. And The Office brings the most traction, and then it's like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You know, and Stranger Things is getting bigger. It's getting more popular every year. More people are starting to want to watch it. So
I want to go back and start over and watch it all again.
Well, I just got an email yesterday from Netflix saying they raised the prices again.
Again?
Yeah, or they automatically upgraded my plan for me or something. I'm having to pay $15.99 a month now.
I think that's what I'm already paying.
That's a little bit insane.
I think that's
more than HBO is charging.
If you had the $15.99, that's the one for
it's multiple screens,
like a family. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have my mom and my brother and somebody else on there, which they don't all watch at the same time, but yeah, so I go ahead and pay for that. But I'm almost like, dude, if it wasn't for Stranger Things, I mean, you know, I don't know what else I would pay for Netflix for. Yeah. I don't really watch anything else on there.
There's something you can watch stuff on everything now.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There's a few, like, when Disney Plus comes out, I'm going to get that just because there's so much, like, the Marvel. All that stuff's going to be on there. Yeah, he'll love to watch some of those stuff. And then, like, they're going to have original content and stuff, and that's going to be dope.
Well, especially if they bring back, like, I mean, I don't know if they'd bring back The Punisher, but, I mean, they might.
I wish they would.
I love that show.
I saw something the other day saying that Daredevil might be coming to Marvel, like, in Phase 5 or whatever they're calling it, but it's not going to be the same dude from the Netflix series, which kind of bums me out because he was dope.
I hate when they do that, like get a totally different actor.
But I mean, that was Marvel Television, and if they make a movie, it's a different part of Marvel and stuff. So I mean, I guess that's why. But it would be cool to have that same dude come back and play Daredevil because he was badass in that show.
Yeah, he was good. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah,
there's so much they can do with that platform. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's about to get interesting, especially when they open up that platform. There's gonna be so much competition, and I'm not paying for all of it though. Like, there's gonna have to be stuff I cancel. You know, I mean, Netflix, I might have to cancel it and just open it back up when Stranger Things comes on,
for real,
and then watch that, and then cancel my subscription. I mean, I don't know, what other way to get around that, but.
They can't expect us to pay for everything.
No, I mean, that's why, I mean, the market's about to get saturated with all these. I mean, it already is kind of, with HBO, Stars. Like, there's shows on Stars I like, shows on HBO I like, shows that are only on Hulu that I like, shows that are only on Netflix that I like. Mm-hmm. So it's like, man, I'm not spending $60, $70 a month just for these subscriptions to watch this stuff. I mean, I'm going to bootleg it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like the same price as if you had DirecTV.
Bro.
And the reason we don't have DirecTV is because you canceled that shit because it was too high.
Bro, I found out something crazy you can do on your phone, and I'm about to start doing it for certain stuff. But if you go to your Google and you type in, I think it's Google Docs, and like you just do a Google search and you do Google Docs, I think it is, and whatever you want to watch, and the first link that comes up is literally it for free. Like, if you go on there, anybody's listening to this, try, and I swear it works. But type in Google Docs. And then I typed in Stranger Things, or Stranger Things season 3. I typed in, and it has the first episode. Like, you can type in all the way. You can be like Stranger Things season 1, episode 1, or season 3, episode 1. And I did that, and it's perfect clarity, perfect everything. You just open it up and you press play. And it's ready to go. Like, they have full movies, full everything.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like the first link that pops up when you search that on Google is just free movies. I don't know if they'll ever take that away. Hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't get big and they notice it, but. I don't know if that's like other people that have put those movies up there and Google just has an open platform like that. Yeah. I don't know, but making bootlegging really easy.
Well, I know a guy that has a Fire Stick. Amazon Fire Stick. This dude I know.
There's so many jailbroken ones. Everybody has.
Yeah, he's got a jailbroken Fire Stick, and you can watch whatever on there. I mean, like, you can watch movies that just came out. It'll be like a bootleg version, of course, but like. You can get on there and watch pretty much whatever you want. Yeah. There's apps where you can go.
Well, if they're going to make it hard on people like this, with all these different platforms, and not just have one platform that we can pay for and watch stuff, people don't want to go broke trying to watch shows and movies. I mean, I don't know what they expect people to do, but people are gonna do that. People are gonna bootleg stuff.
Yeah, allegedly, this guy that I know watched Spider-Man: Far From Home recently, and it was a pretty decent.
That's the new one, isn't it?
Bootleg, yeah. It was a bootleg version, but it was a pretty good quality one.
There's people who get that stuff done.
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling me about it.
That's wild. I need to see that movie.
Yeah. Heard it was pretty good.
All the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
What is the cartoon one?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, dude, that was so good. I mean, that was just...
That's like my favorite anime movie ever. All the different animation styles and everything is just really cool.
I guess we can get into maybe like some current events or something. Anything going on right now? I was going to talk about how freaking... you see how they got mad about Tom Brady jumping off the cliff?
That's so ignorant, man.
With his daughter.
He's so ignorant.
People were hating on him so hard, saying he was a bad father and put his daughter in danger. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
I mean, I don't understand why people are so upset at him. If anything, he kept his daughter from, like, I mean, they were, obviously they were just going to jump together, and his daughter was probably...
She hesitated at the last
second. She got scared and hesitated at the last second, and he, instead of him barely dragging her or him hesitating, he grabbed her and pulled her all the way out, and jumped with her, and she was fine. Nothing was wrong with her. If she hadn't
jumped, it's a good thing he pulled her.
She would have hit the rocks on the side.
If she hadn't jumped her, she would have hesitated
and
more.
And just slid off the side, she would have got hurt. Yeah, she would have died probably. I don't understand why people are so mad at him about that. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, man. People want to get mad about everything. It's just stupid.
It makes no sense
to me. Mind your own
me.
Fucking business.
Yeah, it's not
there's a
video. He's trying to have a cool experience with his daughter and trying to do something fun and exhilarating with her. And he did the right thing. Like, he protected her. Like, he kept her from getting hurt. And people are mad about it.
People hate on Tom Brady for everything. Though. It's like.
Man, he's the GOAT of quarterbacks. Really I don't even like him, but I will admit that, and he's a good dude outside of that. So I'm no harm to him.
When he kissed his son on the mouth, people made a big deal about that. Bro,
that's his son.
Little kid, like
that is his baby.
I always kissed Maddox on the mouth until he wouldn't love me anymore.
Yeah, Now
he's like, I don't like kisses.
Yeah,
he's too old for it now. Five.
That's how all kids are.
When he was 3 years old.
I mean, anybody who hates on that obviously doesn't have a baby or doesn't have love in their heart for their children. I don't think.
Some ignorant shit, man.
That's stupid.
Fuck those people.
I don't get it.
Bro, so the people were wanting to storm Area 51?
That's the best meme. Okay, bro, I'm going to say one thing on that. That dude, I mean, that is literally the most popular. It's got to be the most popular meme. Like, there's never been a time when that many people have been brought together, literally over a meme.
Yeah,
because it's a meme. I mean, it might not even happen, but I mean, how many people on Facebook now?
Have you seen the guy that started it?
Yes.
He looks exactly like you would expect him to look.
I mean, he looks like somebody that would Naruto run.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Barstool did a thing where they met up with a guy and interviewed him or something, and like he did the run at the end of it. He took off running, and he's like, "This is how we were going to run to get away from him," whatever. Well, this whole thing went on, and then like somebody who works at Area 51, or something was like, people need to be warned. This is where we train our soldiers to shoot and train our weapons. So. They're basically saying that if you come out here, you're going to get shot. And we're going to be okay because this is our training air grounds or whatever. So now...
You really think they would kill people?
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean,
we don't care about
it's a secure base, and like, they could do it without getting in trouble, and they'd probably have fun doing it. So
definitely. They could. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Dude, there's been so many people, like, Chuck Norris is like, I'm in. There's been a bunch of famous people, and then, did you see where Arby's tweeted? I think Arby's tweeted something. You know how they have their big food trucks?
Yeah.
There's like a huge Arby's food truck, and they were like, we'll be at Area 51 if anybody gets hungry.
The dude who set the whole thing up, he's saying that they're going to have some kind of event set up out there.
Yeah, like,
so if people come out, they'll be able to actually... do stuff.
Yeah, well, I saw a video, and he's not trying to be violent or anything, but he was like, if we're all going to get together, let's turn it into something positive.
Yeah. It's a really stupid thing. The whole plan and everything, I think, is really stupid. It all stemmed from Joe Rogan having Bob Lazar on his podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which just like blew this whole thing up. But
Rogan starts so much.
Yeah, when he posted it, whenever the Storm Area 51 thing first came out, Rogan posted it on Instagram. It's like, I feel like how I somehow feel I'm a little bit responsible for this or something like that because he had dude on there. But this
his fault.
I heard about this article the other day. I had to look it up, but this says weeks after a call went out on Facebook for people to storm Area 51, the top secret United States military site in the Nevada desert that is said to hide aliens, a similar event has been organized to find that big boy, the Loch Ness monster. So people want to storm Loch Ness in Scotland now and find the Loch Ness monster.
I saw a meme on Twitter earlier that said, you know what? I'm starting this. we all need to go to the Bermuda Triangle. It can't swallow all of us.
Yeah, this says Nessie can't hide from all of us.
Here we go, bro. It's going to be a meme for like a year.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
I love it. I think it's funny. Yeah, it's entertaining to me. I like when stuff like this happens.
It says the Area 51 invitation, clearly a joke, drew 1.9 million RSVPs.
Jeez. I think it's already at over 2 million on the Facebook page.
This 22,000 people have
Said they're going.
Yeah, find that big boy.
What the heck, man?
I don't know, man. People are so I think they're just bored.
Yeah, they're bored.
I think they're just
They
bored.
are very
They want something
bored.
to do. It's funny. I'm gonna watch. I hope they go to these places and record some good video for us because I want to see what happens. But
I'm the same way.
I'm not buying into it.
Me either. Yeah, I'm not going to be there, but I would love to see like a Facebook Live video about it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'll have to hire some photographers and
take some cool pictures.
Or somebody who knows how to do this.
You already know nothing's probably going to happen, especially if they walk up there and on that day and the military's just got turrets set up, just ready. Now everybody's going to be like, I think I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. We could talk about some MMA, boxing, current events.
Yeah.
Did you saw where that boxer died?
Yeah, Maxim Dadashev.
Yeah, man. What do you think about it?
Man, it's sad. It's really sad.
It broke my heart when I looked at that.
Yeah. Especially when you watch the video of his trainer, like pleading with him to let him stop the fight.
Which that's the thing, which they did after that. I mean, after he talked to him, they stopped the fight, but at that point, it was already too late.
Yeah.
It's
and he didn't want him to stop it. He wanted to keep fighting, and he's like, "Man, you got to let me stop this, man. I'm throwing in the towel. All right." And the dude wouldn't. He didn't want him to, but he did it anyway.
Yeah. The report said Russian boxer Maxim, how do you say that last name? Dadashev. Yeah. Has died from injuries he sustained during a fight on Friday night. According to his trainer, Buddy McGirt, Dadashev was 28. It just makes you realize what type of sport we're in, man. McGirt told ESPN on Tuesday he did everything right in training, no problems, no nothing. My mind is like really running crazy right now. What could he have done differently? But at the end of the day, everything was fine. He seemed okay. He was ready, but it's the sport that we're in. It just takes one punch, man. He was placed in a medically induced coma after his loss in an IBF junior welterweight title eliminator bout. Dadashev underwent surgery at UM Prince George's Hospital Center, Maryland, for bleeding on the brain. On Saturday, doctors at the hospital said the fighter had suffered severe brain damage, and his death was confirmed on Tuesday. The fight was brutal and was stopped by McGirt after the 11th round.
So sad, man.
It's terrible, man.
Another guy died.
I got prayers for his family and stuff, because that's, you don't want to see your brother, your father, your son, anybody go out like that.
Another boxer died like a week later. Really? He was like 23, and he's only had like 12 fights. Or 12 professional fights.
Man, when I think about this...
Something happened with him. He went... I forget what happened. He had a coronary... Some kind of heart issue, and he died.
Anything could happen, man, with this sport. When you think about that, where do you think it's going?
Man.
Do you think boxing and MMA and stuff will be around forever? With stuff like... If stuff like this starts happening more?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like... of course, that's what they signed up for. Yeah. They know the risk.
We've seen
but at the same time, it's like... I don't want to see nobody die.
Yeah. We've seen what's happened with boxing, because boxing's been around forever. You know, it's been around for.
MMA, we don't really know yet.
I know.
But we see guys like Chuck, and we see guys like Tony's had his mental problems, and all these guys who have a lot of people who have BJ Penn bad off fighting people outside of the club and doing stupid stuff that he just normally wouldn't do. And it's because they're not the same person. It changes them when they get this CT damage, and it's not really the. I've seen a lot of people say it's like, it's the MMA. I think is safer. I've seen a lot of people say like MMA. They go to the ground and they hit the crap out of them really hard, or they hit harder in MMA and stuff like that. But people don't realize that's not what's causing these things. Like in boxing, it's nothing but hits.
Yeah,
it's nothing but headshots.
Yeah.
And it's these little jabs that are just da, 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 da. Those are the ones that are damaging people. It's not if somebody gets knocked out
the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't take that
when
damage.
Masvidal knocked out Askren in the first round, he took way less damage than he would have taken in a boxing fight. Or even a 5-round fight. Plus, he got hit in the chin. So you're better off getting hit there than getting hit in the temple. Right in the top of the head.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And honestly, I think boxing is more dangerous. We don't know enough about MMA because it's only been around for like 20 years. But I don't know where it goes from here. Yeah. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But it's also the sport, so it's scary.
Yeah, it really is, man. I don't want to see that keep happening to people.
I don't either. We can speak on John Jones. We still got him in the news, of course. Always something with John. What was he? He was accused of choking out a stripper.
Well, it was more of touching her when she didn't want to be touched. He put her in a headlock, messing around with her, and like picked her up, or so she says.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's got a lot of witnesses on his side to say that none of it ever happened or whatever. But I guess he was at a strip club hanging out with his brothers who both play in the NFL. They're getting drinks and stuff, and she was the waitress that brought them their drinks, and he asked her for a lap dance, and she said that she can't do that because she's not a dancer.
Yeah, she's a waitress, I guess.
So I guess he slapped her on the ass, and
somebody said he slapped her in the vagina.
Possibly.
Probably.
It just said private area.
Yeah.
It didn't say online or the
it
article I read.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah, but so I guess he went up to the bar later to try to talk to her again, and then I think he did slap her on the ass then, and she said that. You can't do that to me, but if you want to, you got to pay me $100 or something like that.
So she was obviously on the other end teasing him as well.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. But then he came up behind her and put her in a headlock and was messing with her, and then he kissed her on the neck or something, supposedly. I don't know.
John obviously he was probably a little aggressive, but I feel like if he's doing that, the way he explained it, and the news that's came out about her, it's like she was playing the same game he was too.
This is all from her story. I don't know what his side of it is.
Which I haven't really, besides him going on Twitter and saying, I'm definitely not in any trouble, don't be so quick to believe everything you read on the internet, I haven't really heard much else from him, which I guess he's not going to speak on it much until the case is done and everything's done.
There was apparently no cameras in this strip club or whatever. There's no footage of it. There's nothing. It doesn't sound like the girl has much real evidence other than her saying that it happened, So, I don't
know what's going to come of that, but I wish John would stay out of trouble and stay clean, please. Because we've given him so many chances. I'm tired of seeing him in the news for stupid stuff. I want to see him in the news for good stuff.
Whether he did it or not, he doesn't need to be in those kind of environments.
Yeah, stay away from the strip club.
Dude,
John.
you got all this money. You have a big ass house. Have your brothers over there. Have people at your house. Have a pool party.
Yeah, literally.
Have people come to you.
You are John Jones. You could have strippers come to your house.
Yeah.
Stay at your house and. Make a set of rules for people that are coming to your house. That way you don't end up in shit like this.
Yeah. There's no sense.
There's a way smarter way he could go about it. But you see where we keep getting a lot of Masvidal McGregor talk.
Yeah.
What do you think about that fight?
I'd like to see it.
Dude, I want that fight to happen, honestly.
Yeah.
Masvidal is on a tear right now, like he said in the video you sent me last night, I think. He said I've been knocking people out. This is the perfect chance for him to come in and, make a name for himself again. And
fight the kind of fight he wants to fight.
Yeah. I think it's a great fight. Masvidal obviously just wants the payday.
Yeah.
Of course. But I think he deserves it too.
Yeah.
He deserves a payday. He's been going on a tear. He's been in the game for a long time. He deserves a big payday. And I really want that fight to happen because the way Conor fights... Conor. He's taken some hits from certain people. He had a war with Chad Mendes, and he's had a couple little wars, but Conor doesn't get hit that often. Yeah. And the chances of Masvidal knocking him out is slim. Conor doesn't really get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I think if Nate Diaz didn't knock Conor out, I don't know if Masvidal's knocking Conor out. I don't see it happening.
I don't either.
But
it would be fun. It'd be a fun fight to watch, though.
It really would.
And
because Conor's so technical.
Yeah. Masvidal's going to come in there and fight the fight that Conor wants to fight.
Plus, I just want to see Conor get back in the game.
Yeah. I wish he would fight more. If he's going to fight, I want him to fight.
If he's not,
I want him to retire.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see him take this much time off and then come back into a really good fight against somebody who's really skilled and then get knocked out.
Yeah, because that's the only thing.
Out for another.
It's I don't know if Conor will do it because what's he getting out of it? Yeah. Besides possibly, he gets a payday every time he fights. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he's worried about money or if it all depends on if he really loves to fight that much that he wants to continue to build his legacy. Really.
Yeah, it really. If anything. It does more to hurt his legacy if he comes in and loses than it would to... It does more harm to his legacy if he loses than it would good if he won. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nothing against Masvidal, and, he's a high-level dude, but, that's not the type of, people that Conor loses to. You know what I'm saying?
The people
that he loses to, it's like Khabib, who's, undefeated. You know what I mean? Top
And I mean, the only reason Chad Mendez gave him a hard fight is because he drug Conor to the ground so many times.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he goes in there against strikers like Aldo, sleeps him. You know, he goes in there against he beat Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier. I mean, he's been in some good fights and he's put down some talented people. I mean, obviously Conor has the talent, but Conor's not the same fighter he was 5 years ago or 3 years ago. He's just not.
He doesn't have that same drive anymore.
Yeah, and that's what scares me is like I like Conor McGregor. You know, I don't care how much shit he's been in. Like I think he's hilarious. And I love to watch him fight. He's always been one of my favorite fighters to watch. But you know, it's one of those things. I don't know if he'll come back. I don't know if it'll happen. But I'd love to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I would too. If he does come back, I'd like to see that fight. You know, I'd like to see something cool like that. If he can't get a fight with like Cowboy or somebody, Masvidal would be a good one too.
Masvidal really would be.
Masvidal deserves a good fight though. He deserves the title fight. He deserves something.
100%.
Just because he's been in it for so long and he's been on a tear, knocking dudes out left and right. So
yeah. Either way, I like watching Masvidal fight. So whatever his next fight is, I'm happy for whatever. But you know, I'd like to see that happen.
Did you see? Did you see where Dana White was talking about BJ Penn's next fight?
Yeah, it's his last fight.
Supposedly his last fight. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that because oh shit, who was he fighting? I just watched the interview the other day and I can't think of the homeboy's name.
I'll look it up real quick.
He's somebody we know. It's not like he's a no-name. Apparently him and BJ Penn's been coming at him about fighting and stuff, and you know, he has respect for BJ Penn, so he didn't want to take the fight, I guess. But
is it on the Khabib card?
Shit, I don't remember.
I want to say it might be on the Khabib card.
I want to say it's August or September.
He's fighting Nick Lentz.
Yeah, Nick Lentz.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he's fighting Nick Lentz.
It says, it's going to take place in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it's going to be on the September card.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I guess
BJ Penn's been in so much BS lately, and he's had so many problems. Like, he definitely should not be. He's the one guy that should not be fighting. Like,
out of any of them.
How much? Out of. If you didn't let Chuck Liddell fight, if you were nice enough or cared enough about Chuck Liddell to not let him fight, why are you doing this to BJ Penn? Why are you allowing him to fight?
At this point, BJ's way more gone than Chuck was.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck, he stutters a little when he talks now and stuff, but like, BJ's out like losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, and Nick Lentz is a tough dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't need, I don't know. Like, he needs more CT damage. Right. I don't know. It's like, to me, it's almost like you're ruining this guy's life by letting him fight.
He really is.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah. I mean, Dana White's going to do what he wants to do, but I think it's a really bad idea to let him fight again. You need to just force him to retire or force him. BJ's probably going to continue to want to fight, and if UFC won't let him, you know, he's going to try to go fight somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, odds are he continues to fight, that's his decision, I guess, but I think UFC doesn't need to aid his addiction, basically.
Yeah, it's almost like an addiction if all he wants to do is fight.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it like that, this is basically his addiction, and it's tearing him up, and UFC's just aiding and letting him keep getting these fights.
I don't like that.
When there's signs have been there, we've known that BJ Penn's not in a good place, and they continue to let him get fights. Yeah, and Dana says this is the last one, but who knows, in another year or so when BJ comes back and he's like, look, man, I've been cleared to fight. I want to fight again. And it's like, yeah, you can have one more, you know?
You know how Dana is. He's all about some money. If he can make some money off of it, he'll let BJ fight. And I hate that.
So stupid, man. And people were saying, you know, they didn't think that BJ needed to be fighting and stuff. And he's like, well, if any of you guys are a doctor, then let me know. But if not, just shut your mouth or something like that. It's like, bro, you don't have to be a doctor. It
doesn't matter because
you don't have to be a doctor to see all this shit that BJ's been going through. When he's had the mother of his children had to get a restraining order on him. He threatened to kill his neighbor with
got in a fight outside of a club with a security guard.
Yeah, he threatened to kill his neighbor with a machete.
That is CT damage.
Wrestled in the street at a bar or strip
right
club
out of a strip club. Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's doing stupid shit, and it's one of those things. It's only going to go downhill from him. He's going to end up in a damn insane asylum because he has so much CT damage from
or jail because he's going to end up killing somebody.
Jail, he's going to do something stupid. I don't want that future for BJ because he is a legend, and you're tarnishing his legacy right now by letting him fight, continuing to let him fight. He's losing. He's not winning fights.
7-fight lose streak.
Yeah,
isn't that what it is?
Yeah, and he's probably going to get knocked out by Nick.
He doesn't have a winning MMA record anymore.
It's terrible, man. I don't get it. Well, I guess we can talk about some.
Who brought the good news bear?
Do what?
I said, who brought the good news bear?
Right? For real. I guess we can talk about some past fights and upcoming fights.
Yeah. UFC 240. Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar.
It was a good card, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot of names that I didn't really know on there going in.
Yeah, I had picked Nico to win. What'd you think about that fight with Jeff Neal? Jeff Neal did he put on a clinic.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Nico doesn't really get knocked out like that.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, he definitely surprised me in that fight.
And Nico's one of the toughest fighters in the game too.
That's probably the best fight on the main card, I think.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, it had to be.
Well, maybe not the best fight on the card, but definitely the most exciting, I would say. Because Max and Frankie was a good fight, but it just wasn't that exciting. And this fight, I think, was exciting. There was a knockout, That's what people want to see anyway.
Yeah, and the whole card itself wasn't like super exciting. Wasn't a lot of knockouts, but there was really good technical fights. What you think about Cyborg and Felicia? I thought Felicia. I knew Felicia. I think I predicted on the last podcast we talked about, or in the predictions we posted on Instagram, that Felicia was going to give her a good fight, and she did. Mm-hmm. Felicia showed up, but Cyborg just was too technical. She's too technical. Yeah. She's too good. Which. Honestly, it really wasn't. You said Cyborg was going to knock her out, which easily could have happened. Yeah,
I figured she would. I figured it'd be probably second round.
You know what I don't like, man? I don't like how Dana. It's been an ongoing thing for a while, but why does Dana White pick on Cyborg so much?
I don't know, man.
Why is he such an asshole?
I don't know. I really don't.
We all know how Cyborg looks. We know, there's the running joke, like she looks like a man, or she should be fighting dudes and whatever else. But the way they treat her over there is so messed up. Like she has kept that division going. Like, and she's been a staple in the MMA in the UFC for so long. Yeah. Like, she has so many fans.
That's basically her division for the longest time.
Yeah.
They basically started that division for her.
I don't understand why they're such assholes to her. I really don't. She's been so good in the UFC, and I personally think Cyborg should get the hell out of there. She said after the fight that, she talked about how the UFC just basically picks on her. Yeah. And
she said in the interview.
It's a female, dude. Like, give her a break. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Dana White's an asshole. I don't respect him at all for that.
It's not like she's always causing trouble or she's always in some kind of trouble.
She's always respectful.
She's so nice. She never does anything wrong. Yeah, she failed a drug test how long ago?
5 years ago? What was that?
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that.
Yeah.
She's clean.
We got people who fight in here now that are constantly failing drug tests and coming back and fighting, and nobody gives them shit.
Yeah, and Cyborg's been 100% professional with all of her interviews and everything. She's always been a professional fighter and respectful. So, that pisses me off a little bit, but it's whatever. The fight itself, though, was really good.
It was pretty good. It wasn't really that close.
No,
Felicia hung in there the whole time, but Felicia really didn't land a whole lot, significant.
Cyborg hit her with a few power shots.
Yeah.
She was the Cyborg that we've always known.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Nunez knocking her out,
she didn't get a knockout, but she definitely dominated that fight.
I think that's why I predicted that Felicia would come in and give her a good fight, and then I had Cyborg win in decision because she needed a fight like that after Nunez. She needed to get her confidence back. And I think Cyborg's going to continue to do well. And she, like she said in her interview, she wants a fight. She wanted a rematch immediately with Nunez, and Dana White wouldn't give it to her.
Yeah. And
she deserved that. She went on how many girls did she knock out, dude? She went on a tear, and she was one of the best girls. She was known as the best until she fought Nunez. She deserves that rematch, and I want to see that happen again. Of course, who knows what Nunez wants. I'm sure Nunez is down for whatever.
Oh, yeah. I think she even said... She tweeted something about wanting to fight her again or something, wanting a rematch. But
Cyborg, the thing should be Cyborg's next fight, I think, a rematch with Nunez.
The thing is, if she leaves UFC, I don't know where she's going to go, because she has enough trouble finding somebody to fight her at 145 in the UFC, where there's the most, the biggest division. Where's she going to go? I'm sure she could get paid in one of these other places,
at one or paid well at Bellator, and
she can't cut to 135. She said it before. She has too much trouble cutting.
Yeah, she's a taller, bigger girl. Yeah. That's just.
And Scott Coker tweeted or shouted her out whenever she won about good fight and all that. So I'm sure he would be down to sign her if she wanted to go there.
Oh yeah, she has options. That's the thing. She knows the UFC is the best.
Yeah,
and she knows Nunez is the best, the best woman fighter out right now. Yeah. She wants that rematch, and she wants to beat her, and cement her legacy some more and make more money. But that's the thing. If it was about the money, she could go wherever. Yeah. It's not about the money. It's about her legacy and the type of fighter she is, and she don't deserve the treatment she's been getting. No, they need to stop all that.
She just wants to get paid how she should get paid, and I'm all for that. I mean, we already talk about how the fighters don't get paid enough, and then she's getting bullied and shit, basically. On top of that,
Yeah, she doesn't deserve that. What'd you think about Max and Frankie?
It's a good fight. It's kind of slow.
It was slow, but
I think, like I said, whenever we were texting about it, I think that Max was just having to be a little more careful. Well, exactly. His usual style because Frankie knocks people out. Like Frankie has power, and he can wrestle. So I mean, and Max doesn't. Max just really strikes. He didn't really do a lot of wrestling, So it could have been trouble if Frankie would have been able to take him down. But Max has such high level takedown defense.
Yeah, you're not taking him down. Yeah. How many times did Frankie try to take him down in that fight?
A bunch, like 7.
Yeah.
He never could get him down.
He can't. I mean, even if you do, he slips. He's like Tony. He's just like Tony Ferguson.
He's so good at hopping on one foot to get to the cage, like to get away from you.
You're not getting him. You're not getting him.
He started kind of picking it up towards the end and putting a little more pressure, but like in the beginning and stuff, he was just playing a little safe, not really pressuring like he normally would,
Well, also, I think after the Dustin fight, he needed. I mean, it's just the same thing with Cyborg. Like, I mean, obviously he didn't get knocked out by Dustin. It was a good fight, But I think he's more careful with that comeback fight to make sure he gets a win and saves that belt and everything. Mm-hmm. And I think his next fight, he'll whoever he fights next, I think it'll be another war or the same Max would always see. Which and he wasn't different in this fight, but I think he purposely kind of wanted it to go to a decision probably, which with Frankie it's hard. And they went back and forth a few times, and traded shots, but Frankie just neither of I don't think Frankie had the power to knock out Max, and he never did get a chance. I mean, Max is so quick that you never really get a chance to land a power shot on him.
That's a lot of it. Max's movement and stuff is just too like Frankie wasn't going to land the knockout shot easily. If it happened, it was.
Well, that's why he kept trying to take him down.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing is, like, Max, I didn't really see Max knocking out Frankie either because, Frankie's only TKO in his career was against Ortega. And it was just unexpected, we didn't even see that coming. But, for Frankie to have as many fights as he has, and he's never been knocked out before.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
Until then, it's like, I didn't really see Max knocking him out either. I just figured Max was going to, overpressure him and maybe get a stoppage late, but I didn't really think, I think it was definitely the right call,
Yeah, it was a good decision. Max deserved the win for sure.
Mm-hmm. We also had same Saturday night, Gervonta Davis.
Yes, man, Gervonta Davis is on a tear right now.
Yeah,
God, that dude. I mean, you look in his eyes and you're like, you're a savage. Yeah. He's one of those, He's just like he looks like he grew up on the block and he's not to be fucked with. Yeah. I mean, that dude he's super good.
I'm not really sure if anybody saw anything else coming from that though. I mean, it's kind of like
it was expected.
Yeah. He just needs to fight some like big names now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been fighting all these like guys we don't know that nobody really knows anything about.
He's what division's he in?
One.
Is it 155?
He's smaller than that, I think he's 135.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think he's 135.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm pretty sure I know he's a little. There's
definitely better fights for him though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we'll definitely see more of him. That was a really good fight.
Yeah. I mean, he knocked homeboy out in the second round, and it was definitely the right stoppage. I saw some like
anytime there's a knockout in boxing, that guy who makes the soul leaving the body, those memes or whatever. He does one for every single boxing fight. That's like there's somebody gets knocked out. It's awesome.
Did he do one on that?
I think so.
I didn't see it.
Maybe not on his page. Maybe it wasn't him. I saw one though.
I didn't see if he made one on that. I've seen the Ruiz and Deontay Wilder and all those. He does some good edits though.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
They're badass.
Yeah, I don't know who it was that did that one, but it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know, man. As far as Gervonta Davis, man, I don't know who he's gonna fight. Like, it'd be cool to see him fight somebody, really good, like Lomachenko or somebody like that.
Lomachenko would be a good fight for him.
It'd be a tough fight for him.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I don't know.
Like that's what he needs, though. Yeah, that's what he needs to keep, his train rolling, like this hype train he has.
I don't know if Loma would want to come up though. I mean, he fights at 125.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be a good fight for both, really. I mean, Gervonta Davis needs that clout. Like he needs a win like that to keep his train rolling, and I think he's good enough to beat him. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't see him coming up either.
Yeah, I don't really think
that would be a good fight though. Who else? I don't know. Who else would he fight really?
Man, I don't know.
He needs a fight like that because I mean he has some hype behind him right now, but
he just needs to start proving himself against some better guys.
He hasn't beat anybody like super.
It's just the thing. It's with boxing. It's with everybody in boxing. There's not a lot of guys that fight all top level guys. You get a lot of bullshit fights for a long time.
Deontay Wilder has 40 knockouts, but
a lot of those guys
aren't
top level. Yeah.
It's obviously talent. To knock out anybody, period. Yeah. And nobody else really has 40 knockouts like that. But also, a lot of those guys were not talented like Gypsy King, or somebody like that.
Yeah.
So that's iffy in boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But we got some upcoming fights this weekend. Yeah, that we can talk about.
UFC on ESPN 5.
Why do they keep doing them on ESPN, bro? ESPN.
How many ESPNs are there? When are we gonna
the Ocho?
When are we gonna get the Ocho, man? We need the Ocho. If we're gonna have anything, we gotta have the Ocho. Come on.
It's a thing. So
UFC on ESPN, UFC on ESPN 2, UFC on ESPN 3.
I'm so sick of these paywalls, man. They got to do something different. 2020 needs to be a different. I'd like for them to change stuff right now, but I know how they are with their business plans. It's probably going to be set like that for 2019.
Yeah.
But for 2020, they got to do something with these paywalls. I'm not paying for pay-per-view and ESPN Plus and having DirecTV or Dish or cable or whatever I need just to watch stuff on ESPN. That's so stupid to me. Like at least if they're going to do the fight nights on ESPN, they need to make it the ESPN's available on ESPN Plus as well.
Yeah,
you should not have to have like DirecTV or cable and pay for ESPN Plus. It's a little bit ridiculous. And if they have bootlegs, if they have cracked streams and whatever else, they have nobody to blame but themselves for all these paywalls.
Yeah, for real. That's the reason people do it, because they can't afford to. They want to watch your fights, but they can't afford to watch them. Everything shouldn't be a pay-per-view. Basically,
exactly. Literally.
That's what everything's a pay-per-view. There's just cheaper pay-per-views. That's basically all it is.
You're paying $5 a month, no matter what.
Yeah, and I don't mind paying that, but I should be able to watch every fight that comes
not
on.
A pay-per-view, at least.
That's not a real pay-per-view. I should be able to watch them all on ESPN Plus because I pay for it.
Yeah, they got to do something with it, man.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of people we're not too familiar with on this card. To be honest, there's like. The co-main and co-main.
Yeah, it's not a real high level card. Obviously.
It could be high level. We don't know these guys to know whether A
lot of the guys just aren't super popular.
Most of these names I can't even pronounce. So I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, which most of the guys on there don't have a whole lot of fights.
Yeah,
it's
12, 13, 14 fights.
It's one of those cards. But the main event and the co-main are really, really good fights. I think.
Yeah.
We got Jim Miller, Clay Guida.
Yeah.
Both legends in the game.
That'd be a fun fight.
Clay Guida's been around forever. Yeah. So has Jim Miller. Jim Miller's got a shit ton of fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
I think Clay will get that one. I think he'll probably. I feel like that fight's going decision.
Yeah. It'll be a crazy fight because you know how Clay fights.
It'll be crazy because Clay is wild. Exactly.
Yeah.
It should be an entertaining fight though. And then, the main event.
Robbie Lawler, Colby Covington.
Robbie and Colby. I've been waiting to see Colby fight for so long. He's always in the news talking shit. He's always talking about how he's the only fighter to see Trump and to visit a president and all this BS. I don't like Colby.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
I'm not a big
He's
fan.
Talented. He's super talented, and I think this will be a good fight. I think there's going to be a knockout.
They say
I don't know who to predict is going to be the one to knock somebody out, but I really think it's going to be a knockout. I'm hoping Robbie takes it, though.
Yeah. I don't think Colby will knock Robbie out. Honestly.
I don't see it.
He could wrestle him down and maybe do something on the ground. Robbie's got good wrestling too, though, and Robbie can strike.
That's what I'm saying.
And Robbie can knock you out,
throw you on the ground. We saw that with Askren in so many of his fights. Robbie's been in wars, and Robbie's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
So
and Robbie can knock you out.
Have his work cut out for him if he wants to get to that belt.
And if we see the Robbie that we've been seeing his last few fights, it's gonna be a long night for Colby.
He's a savage. He's gonna come out first 5 seconds and try to knock him out. Mm-hmm. He's gonna. That's just Robbie's game.
Yeah.
He's gonna put that pressure on you the first couple rounds and try to get a knockout. But Robbie's the type he can stick around for 5 rounds too if he needs to. Mm-hmm. So I'm super excited for this fight.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You got to knock him out if you want him to stop.
And
basically.
Colby, how long's it been since Colby fought? Over a year.
It's been a while.
It's been over a year. So hopefully Colby can back up all his hype.
He's got to be the one motherfucker that talks so much shit but never fights.
I hate him.
I think I've seen maybe 2 of his fights.
Like, nobody cares, bro.
I don't think I even got to see him in RDA fight.
It wasn't
This
even
is one
that great
I'm gonna
of a
have
fight.
to do some research.
It really wasn't a
and
great
look
fight.
up- yeah, I don't know how I
It's
missed
kinda
that, but I think I
boring.
missed that one.
But I don't know. I think Robbie will take it.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean,
I'm pulling for
Colby's
Robbie.
good, and
You know,
I mean, it's you know,
They say that Colby's a really nice guy,
yeah,
like in real
obviously,
life. But this is just all like, you know.
Yep, he's just doing it for the camera.
Yeah. Basically, like he's basically a WWE wrestler. in
Yeah,
UFC.
exactly. He wants to make as much money as he can.
Yeah,
and,
he wants to be the Ric Flair of UFC.
And the
Which
UFC
is
likes
cool.
that.
Yeah,
they do.
whatever. Do
You know,
your
they can
thing.
say what they want, but they like that.
But expect people not to like you.
yeah,
you know.
like me, I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'd rather see Robbie
I
win.
hope
I'd
he's.
rather see the more respectful fighter win, the
Yeah.
cooler fighter.
See, I mean, I hope Colby's a cool dude. I hope in real life he really is a cool dude,
Yeah,
like
and,
they
and,
say.
you know, after the fight's over, no matter what happens, we might see Colby be respectful and cool.
Yeah,
'Cause a lot of times
until I
that's what you
see him in a light that makes him look like a good dude,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like him personally. Just because, like, I want to see respectful fighters who can admit when the other guy is really good instead of just talking shit for no reason.
exactly.
Like, that shit gets annoying to me.
I'm the same
I
way.
get it. People like it. It's entertaining. It makes people want to watch. But, like, personally, like, when I watch this for the fighting, for the skill, for the technique. I don't watch it for
And
the shit talking.
I don't care about the UFC.
I don't have to watch any press conferences leading up to a fight, and I'm gonna be just as
I
excited.
could
for
care
it.
less about the clout.
Yeah.
It's all about how good the fighter is. And honestly, a fighter that's respectful is way better in my book, no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see how it goes, though. I'm excited for that
Yeah.
card. We'll talk about it next week, whenever it happens.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Fun fight either way. I mean, I'd really like to see, Robbie get it done and in a convincing fashion. But if he doesn't, he'll be fighting again.
Yeah, 100%.
he'll be back and we'll get to see him again. So it's not that big of a deal. But
100%. You want to get into some dream matchups?
yeah, what you got?
My dream matchup this week, I want to see so bad DC and Francis fight. I know it'll probably never happen, but that's my dream matchup. DC's wrestling and how tough he is at heavyweight and the tear that Ngannou's on right now, I think that would be a tremendous fight. I really want to see that fight.
That'd be fun.
That's just the way DC fights. I mean, he's, doesn't get beat really, which, we got to see what happens with him. And
I think his wrestling will be a lot of problems for Francis, but he had to be careful because he can easily get knocked out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to see it. Like, I want to see Francis. Francis needs another fight like that. He's ran through these other dudes, but can he beat a wrestler like that?
That'd be fun.
Can
to
he
see.
beat a DC?
Yeah.
That's
I
the
don't
question.
know that it'll happen because I think DC's going to retire.
Yeah. After he beats Stipe?
Yeah.
If he beats Stipe?
Basically, yeah.
I'm ready for that fight. I mean, we definitely need to see what happens in that fight before, we talk about a DC dream matchup with Francis, which will probably never happen, but that's just a fight I'd love to see, really. You got any dream matchups?
Yeah. I'd like to see. Mine might actually involve Francis as well. I'd kind of like to see Francis and Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Oh, bro, that would be such a savage.
How good of a fight would that be?
It would be so savage.
Dude,
Rumble-
just three.
Rumble's
just two big ass dudes.
I mean,
just
literally, it's
throwing
probably
bombs.
the two. I was about to say it's probably the two most powerful MMA fighters that we've seen. Punching power wise.
Yeah,
That would be a sick fight,
that'd be crazy.
dude. Imagine if they made that happen in bare knuckle.
Oh my god.
Somebody might die. Somebody's head might pop
So,
off.
yeah, I was gonna say his face gonna get knocked off.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. No, I think either way it'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
It'd be really fun to watch.
That'd be a badass fight, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because
I miss seeing Rumble
Rumble's
fight.
so wild. Yeah, I miss him too, bro. He's so wild. He's so crazy in there, and Francis's knockout power lately has been insane.
Yeah, Francis's power is always crazy.
Yeah, I don't. That would be an insane fight.
Yeah.
Because
I can't imagine either one of them punching somebody bare knuckle. It's gonna cave your whole face in.
People have talked about Rumble going to bare knuckle.
Well, he's an ambassador for BKFC. He's an ambassador for.
That's what I think. That's what made me think about bare knuckle because I knew he was involved in
so
some
like
way.
he keeps tweeting out about anybody who wants to come join bare knuckle, and people think that he's doing it to fight, like he wants to fight, and not he's just trying to get people to come sign up for bare knuckle. That's what that's what his job for that company or whatever. He tweeted something the other day about any heavyweights wanting to come over, something like that, and MMA. One of those MMA pages on Instagram was sharing it with the little eye emoji, like, "Oh, what is this about?" But like, they don't realize that he's just doing it because he's trying to sign people.
Yeah.
So that's what he does now. You know, he's not fighting. The whole thing, when he signed up for people were freaking out about him going to fight bare knuckle, and he's like, no, I'm not fighting. Like, I'm an ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, he might be done.
Yeah.
I don't see him fighting
it would
anymore,
be
but
cool.
that would just be an insane
Yeah,
fight.
it'd be insane. It'd be dope to see him
Because
fight,
he still has that power.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Look how big he is now. He started powerlifting, and now he's like 300 pounds.
Yeah, he is. He's buff.
He's a big dude.
He's not somebody you see on the street and you want to fuck with.
Yeah, no. It's not somebody I see on TV.
I love
and
Rumble, though.
dream
He
of
used to
fucking
be
with.
so fun to watch fight, man.
Yeah.
That really would be a dream matchup. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I would too. Well, you want to do a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, let's do some Mount Rushmore. I think today our Mount Rushmore is gonna be hip hop albums, 2019.
Right.
We're gonna talk about our 3 each favorite hip hop albums.
So far this
kind of
year.
go over them a little bit. Yeah, so far this year.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have a few more this year.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some more good stuff. I'm looking forward to a few that are supposed to be coming out this year that I'd really like to.
Yeah, there's a couple.
We're both kind of hip hop heads, so I mean.
Yeah, I love all types of music, but
Yeah.
hip hop is my number one for sure.
Yeah.
My number one on my Mount Rushmore is going to be Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Cole did so good on that album. The features on that album are good. The production on that album is good. He invited so many people out to Dreamville, location or whatever, to record and produce that album. And
I think it's in Atlanta.
It's such a good album from start to finish.
Yeah,
it really is.
There's a lot of. I've been playing it pretty much nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many different artists and so many types of songs on there, and the production is amazing. That's probably my favorite album so far. In 2019.
Yeah, it's really good
I'm
album.
a big Cole fan. I love the way he raps and the stuff he talks about. So
yeah,
that's probably my number one. What's yours?
I'll say that's also on my Mount Rushmore.
It is
for albums this year. It's a really, really good album, start to finish. I mean, there's a lot of really, really dope songs on there. There's a lot of really dope features, and there's a lot of guys,
artists that aren't really well known.
I'll say there's a lot of guys I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of these new age guys I really don't know.
That's why I respect Cole so much, is because he helps. He helps people get a name. He gets talent that nobody's really heard and brings them on and lets them produce or lets them do some stuff. And that's what he did with this album.
I will say the one thing that I felt like I was hoping to see that I didn't. I wanted to see Black on there. Because, he's in Atlanta, and he was there. He was at the Dreamville whenever they all met up and stuff. He was there with them. But for whatever reason, he didn't feature. And I really wanted to see him feature on one of those albums because dude can rap. You know what I mean? He can really rap. Man, he does the R&B.
He's a rapper turned singer. He's that type of guy, and I love his music. I love every album. I mean, he comes out with a song, I listen to it, and I'm like,
he's almost his own genre. Like it's R&B, but he kind of raps over the R&B a lot.
He's like Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
I really like Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
he reminds me of him a little bit.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Black on there, and I mean, I'm happy with the way it turned out.
Him and Cole link up in the future. I don't think they've ever linked up.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned. Well, yeah, they have, because they got that one song together.
They do.
What's it called?
I gotta look it up.
I just thought of the name of it and it escaped me.
I can't remember.
It's the one that went like that song blew up because Cole was on it.
I have to look it up.
What is it called?
That was a great song.
Yeah, it was on Black's last album. It came out last year. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, I was really wanting to see Black on there, but like the guys that are on there that I've never heard of kind of kill their own thing, so it's like
they all have their own like vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's why I like that. I mean, every song was like you'd listen to one song and it would be like a vibe, like real chill, and then the next song would be like somebody spitting.
Yeah,
that's why I really like that.
That's what's so cool about that album.
Pretty Little Fears.
Yeah, Pretty Little Fears. Yeah,
that song is fire.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
Yeah, I should have known Cole linked up with him. I totally forgot about that song.
The whole album, it goes in so many different directions. Like, you got different songs that are in so many different flows, and the BPMs are different on all these different songs and everything. I mean, it's you got some chicks on there. Ari Lennox, that girl can sing.
She can, dude.
She can sing.
I didn't even know about her until this album.
Yeah. I've heard her on something before. I think it was a feature on something else. But yeah, she kills. She's got, I think, 2 tracks on there. She really kills it. And I mean, there's just some really dope songs on there. So yeah, that's definitely on my Mount Rushmore too for this year.
My second one is Death Race for Love. You ever heard? You know who Juice WRLD is?
Oh yeah,
it's Juice WRLD's album.
Okay,
dude. I mean, it's It's so good. A lot of people aren't crazy about him, but I think he's so good.
I've heard a couple of songs that I liked, but I mean, there's nothing that's just grabbing and pull me in.
Yeah, it's one of those things which, like All Girls Are the Same, Lucid Dreams. Those are like his probably more popular songs.
Yeah, I think Lucid Dreams, I've heard that one.
Yeah, everybody's heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
So that album really good though. There's a song on there called Flaws and Sins. You should give it a listen and look up the lyrics on it and just listen to the production on that album. It's super good. Like that's one album that I'm really enjoying this year, and it's my number 2. What's yours?
Benny the Butcher has an album out this year called The Plugs I Met.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Dude, that album is hard.
Dude,
that's like some
I didn't know
grimy
Benny the
hip-hop.
Butcher was until you told me.
Yeah.
I love like underground artists like that aren't super popular.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the best. Those are like Tech Nine's one of my favorite rappers. Like he has an album every year.
Yeah.
That's not on my Mount Rushmore. That's just that can be an honorable mention. But like Tech Nine, which he's a little bit more well known than Benny.
Yeah.
But artists like that who just aren't super mainstream, they just make the best music.
Yeah.
Most of the time they have better music.
Yeah,
it's just not well known.
He's kind of a visual artist, I'd say. Like he kind of paints a picture when he's rapping, and it's like this is like hood rap, this is like some
gangsta shit.
Yeah, for sure. But like the feature list on this album, Black Thought, 38 Special, and Jadakiss, Conway,
so
Pusha T. I mean, like the track list is insane, and they're spitting on there, man. It's a really, really dope album. And if you like that kind of hip hop, I check it out
shit, yeah.
for sure.
Well, I got my number 3 is some gangsta shit too. You ever listen to Montana 300?
You told me about him before, and dude, I forgot his name.
I mean, he's got a couple of just like vibe songs, that he's trying to put out that could possibly be mainstream, and he's got a couple like "Wife and You" is a really good song. It's a little bit more mainstream. He's just like he's a straight up thug. He's from Chicago. Like, dude, he's like a battle rapper almost. Like he's what do they call drill rapper? From Chicago. Like they just spit, and man, like. If you have not listened to Montana 300, you gotta listen to him. His new album's pretty good. He's got some really good songs on it, but if you're looking for like a production album or something like that, he's not a conscious rapper, but his bars are insane.
Yeah.
Like, and one of his freestyles, he says, "Fuck a deal, I'm already hot. Eyeball out like Fetty Wap." Like eyeball out,
yeah.
Like I mean, his punchlines are insane. He's really, really, really good. And his new album's good. Y'all should check it out.
Okay. I want to check it out. We talked about it in that one night.
He's known for like his freestyles over other people's beats. Like that's how he got started on YouTube, like Chirac remix and freestyling over popular beats. But he's so good, man.
I could not remember his name. I tried looking him up before after we talked about it at that time, and like I was like, I knew it started with an M, but I could not think of it for anything.
Montana 300. If you're getting ready for a workout or you're trying to get motivated, he will get you going. Yeah, he's a good rapper. He's got crazy bars. What's your number 3?
I'm gonna go Freddie Gibbs' new album.
God, I love Freddie.
Bandana. Dude, the features on that album are really, really dope.
What all features do you have?
Black Thought, Anderson .Paak, Pusha T, and Killer Mike.
Love Killer Mike, bro.
Dude, that song, Palm Olive, Pusha T and Killer Mike, dude. And Killer Mike, he just does the hook, I think, but
Push is always got bars.
Yeah, dude, his whole,
he never fails.
Man, it's really dope. It's really, really dope. Like the way he.
Well, there's some words that don't even really rhyme. If you say the word straight up, but the way he says them and flows them, it's like, oh, that rhymed perfect. Yeah. How did he do that? Like Pusha is really good.
He's another visual artist. Like
straight up.
You picture what he's saying when he says it. You know what I mean? 100%. It's like he tells these stories with his words, and it's really dope.
I'm excited. I hope. I mean, I liked Push's last album. I hope he dropped something else. So
yeah, I hope so too.
Coming up. He's
I like him. He always kills his features. When he features on somebody's shit, it's always like.
Oh yeah, if you see a feature in Pusha T,
I go straight to that one.
He's got a song. I think it's with Chris Brown. I think it's an older song. Probably came out 5 or 6 years ago, and he just straight up spits on it. And Chris Brown sings in the chorus. Like it's a really good song. Yeah. Like Pusha never.
I love mixing R&B and hip hop.
That's the best.
Like when you get
if the chorus is R&B and then a rapper comes in and spits,
dude,
it's the best every time.
It's so dope. I love that kind of shit.
Me too, man.
As much as I like you can say grimy hip hop, like R&B's right there. Like I love
I'm the same way.
Some really chill, like dope R&B.
Yeah, like I love August Alsina. I love
Black's probably my favorite R&B artist. There's a group called They. Have you ever heard of them?
They
THEY period.
No,
dude, they got some dope music.
I'll check them out.
It's like an R&B group. It's kind of like I don't know. The artist Her.
Yeah.
You ever heard of her?
Yeah.
She came out, and then some dude started calling himself him, and he was like flipping all her beats and like singing his own music over her same beats. It was kind of creepy because he did it like album after album. Every time she put something out, he would make his own.
That's a good way to gain clout, though, or to get more well known.
He kind of went away now.
Reverse psychology on somebody.
But it's like she was her, then it was him, and then they comes out. But this group, and dude, they got some really dope R&B music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. But I'd say honorable mention the Chris Brown's new album. It's pretty dope.
Yes,
Indigo. There's some pretty good. I mean, I haven't listened to the whole thing all the way through. I just kind of jump around and pick the tracks that I like. He's got songs
on his albums.
He's got a track with her on there. That's a really good one. And there's one called Red, and that's a pretty dope song too.
I listened to that one.
Yeah, there's some other ones on there that are good.
Chris Brown he always delivers.
He just keeps putting out these 30, 40 song projects, and it's hard to catch it all.
He's making, like he's always like he did what's the guy's name? I'm blanking out on it right now, but he just randomly did a feature with an artist that's not even Yellow Beezy. I never even heard of him. But, he's not a very well known artist, and he did a feature on his mixtape, and it's just straight up fire.
Really?
Like, I mean, every time he gets on a freestyle or anything, he can rap too. Chris Brown's super talented.
He just did a song with somebody else.
He's got it all.
Yeah, he just did a song with somebody else. I was just listening to the other night. Chris Brown featured on it. I think it's I can't remember now. I want to say it's with Rick Ross. You know, Chris Brown? Yeah, Chris Brown.
Yeah, him and Drake also just dropped a song too. It's pretty good.
Oh, is that the one?
Rick Ross and Drake.
Is I think maybe Chris is on there.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a couple of names. It's a couple of big names on this, whatever track I'm trying to think of.
I don't remember if this one had Chris Brown or not.
Yeah. I love finding out about new artists, though. Like, there's one of those.
I love when people co-sign new artists.
Yeah.
Or when they help them out. That's the best because you end up finding the best music that way.
Yeah. I mean, all I listen to is hip hop, so I gotta find new stuff constantly, or I get kind of bored. I can't just listen to the same stuff.
I gotta have new music.
Yeah.
If I find one,
I'll run an album into the ground.
I'll listen to that song a lot, but
I'm bad about I find a good album that I like, and I'll just listen to it. And I kind of run it into the ground, and I'm like, all right, I'm bored with this. I got to move on,
I'm the same way.
But I listen to Joe Budden's podcast, and they're always like breaking new music and stuff and telling about people.
Yeah, you found a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, they said about this kid, YBN Corday.
Oh, yeah, Corday. I've been listening to him.
Yeah. I've never heard of him until the other day, but his new album, there's some dope tracks on there.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's actually more lyrical than people give him credit
surprised,
for. And I saw a video earlier today, one of his concerts, which a lot of people are saying were super surprised that he was doing that, and they were like, yeah, he's actually like a good performer and entertaining, but Logic's been doing the same thing in arenas for years.
Yeah.
But not many people do it, but he's just literally like throwing his hands up, and the crowd will get loud, and then he probably told them ahead of time, like, I'm about to do this, but he throws his hands up, and they're like screaming, and then like as soon as he puts his hands down, it's quiet.
Oh yeah.
And he just keeps doing that, and they're like, ah. He just gets the crowd hyped.
That's cool.
He's really cool.
Yeah, there were some good tracks on there. He was rapping, and I was impressed. For one of the young kids, most of them it's all mumble rap and shit. And I can't get into any of that,
some stuff I can, but it just depends who it is and what it is. But, some stuff's just straight up annoying, but I like lyrical stuff more for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's probably about it, though. I mean, it's just kind of a fun little.
Yeah,
hopefully,
I love talking about
put some people onto some music they haven't heard of.
If you're a hip hop fan, you can listen up there
for sure.
But I guess that about wraps it up this week.
Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, we'll get some good fights coming this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully Colby and Robbie put on a clinic, and we got some good stuff to talk about next week.
For sure.
Other than that,
that's
catch us on episode 18.
Yeah, episode 18. Catch us on Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, go to Instagram, Untrained Experts, Facebook, everything.
YouTube.
Anybody out there listening, give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Other than that, that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Peace.
It was a good podcast.